the leading global consultancies in the market, Capgemini has helped thousands of companies around the world transform their businesses with technology. They will present on how insurance is poised to go through a revolution with a session that covers the new forces of change that will fundamentally change the entire industry. You'll be inspired by new insurance business models and 6 thought-provoking ideas for what your company can learn from the leading innovators across all industries. Please welcome Capgemini.
Good afternoon. My name is Michael Zwiefler. I lead next generation financial services for Capgemini. And I got about 12 minutes today to talk about the future of insurance. So I thought in order to maximize my time, I show you a little video about how we perceive the future of insurance. And then I will talk about the one thing that you need in order to be really ready for the future of insurance. So let's get started and watch a video.
Predictions are hard, especially about the future. Insurance is at the core of the economy, and today, insurance is being shattered from the ground up by new insurance models that don't necessarily need insurers at all. When a sector this crucial changes this radically, it's a good idea to pay attention. We all sense it, a fundamental change at the very foundations of insurance. We can't predict the future, but we can see where today's trends lead. The future of insurance is connected in new ways, driven by insight, and obsessed with customer experience. Insurance will lead the way in sustainability, and sometimes it's invisible. Today's financial services landscape is shaped by powerful dynamics. We sense the power shifting away from formidable insurance firms to platforms and creators. We sense that traditional insurance is already the past, and we watch as next-generation insurance proliferates all around us. Remember your digital transformation journey? Well, get ready for something that's orders of magnitude more challenging. So, how can insurers keep pace? Insurers must read weak signals in the environment to catch trends early and turn data into insight. Insurance executives need to embrace new leadership mindsets to attract 10x talent. And they must re-engineer their organizational DNA for tomorrow. But senses alone are not enough. Insurance firms need to build 2 core capabilities: sense and respond. It's time for CEOs to respond to the commotion all around them, to forge bold visions, to inspire their employees, customers, and investors, to respond with creativity and agility. Are you trying to predict the future? Or are you the one building it? Let's start a conversation on the future of insurance.
Well, I know, unexpectedly, a lot of cute animals in a video about the future of insurance. That's not an a pet insurance commercial, right? But I still hope you got the key messages here, that what we say is, making predictions is hard, especially about the future. But we can read signals in the marketplace. We can stay very close to latest technological developments. We can look what the leading innovators across different industries are doing. And then we can create scenarios. We can see what kind of insurance business models are really up there in the near future. So this is all that we can do in terms of understanding the future of insurance. We believe there's 2 things that we are very confident about the future of insurance. Number 1, we believe that the future of insurance is obsessed with customer experience. It is insights driven by data and AI. It is connected through business ecosystems. It's sustainable and sometimes invisible. And there's a second thing that we are very confident about. There's one thing that you really need in order to be ready for any kind of insurance future, and that is innovation. And this is the reason why we have analyzed more than 100 leading innovators across all industries to really see what are best practices, what are great ideas that we can take and adopt in the insurance industry. Now, what I'm going to do for the remaining time of my presentation, I'm going to give you 6 6. Very tangible examples from those leading innovators. Something that can either be food for thought or something that you might even want to adopt in your insurance operation. It starts from very broad areas like market strategy and goes down to all the way to talent acquisition. It's going to be 6 ideas in 6 minutes. So my suggestion is, put your seat in upright position, buckle up, because this is going to be a very fast presentation. The first idea that I would like to introduce you to is from a small insurance company that's called Lemonade in the US. And why we really like Lemonade is because these guys have a laser-sharp focus on the next generation of customers. They understand that Gen Z millennials find it very hard to understand insurance products, not even to talk about doing a claims in the typical way, traditional way. So what they have done, they have built 2 AI agents. One AI agent is advising those first-time buyers, insurance buyers, what are the right insurance products. The second agent is even cooler. It helps those first-time insurance buyers to do claims, but in the way that Gen Z really likes it, with a video. So those first-time buyers, they do a video of themselves explaining the claim. The AI is analyzing the video, and it detects no fraud. It is just automatically processed. So my point is here for you, it's not about the 2 AI agents. Yet they are cool, you might want to have them. But the point is, you should think really hard and long. Who are the next generation customers of your insurance operations? And what do they expect from you when they're engaging with you? Which leads me to my second example. And this is a company that everybody knows quite well because we are all customers of this company, which is Amazon. And I'm really puzzled that we are all Amazon customers, but very few people of you have ever had the need to contact Amazon by phone because something was wrong. Why is that? Most people don't even know that they can contact Amazon by phone. In a way, you can't. There's a button on your portal. When you press this button, 5 seconds later, your mobile phone rings, and Amazon says, "Hi, Michael, what can I do for you?" But you know what really happens at that moment you press this button? There's a big defect counter at Amazon operations going up 1 tick, because they say, if Michael is pressing this button, we have messed up. There should be absolutely no reason for him to push this button. It's an inconvenience. And we consider this a defect. And there's people getting up at Monday morning, going to bed at Friday night with nothing else but reducing those defects. Can you apply this in insurance? Well, you can. I've done this several times with banks, for example, in the KYC process, where we consider every manual intervention in the KYC process a defect. Sounds like a small mind shift, but believe me, makes a huge impact in terms of operation. Now, my third example is something more like a concept, which is about the data supply chain. So just think of it. Any company that produces any physical product, just think about your iPhones, right? What really differentiates Apple with their iPhones? It's probably design, but also the supply chain. Even their CEO, Tim Cook, he's the master of Apple's supply chain. So this is very core to their organizational DNA. What does that mean for insurance? Just think about it. All your products are just data. There's absolutely no physical element involved, from product development over selling your products to servicing your clients. It's all about data. So if data is so important for you, why don't insurance companies do not have what I call a data supply chain? Why not? What does a data supply chain do for you? Well, first of all, it helps you to understand what kind of external data can you use to enrich your internal data, how you can connect this data, how to virtualize it, aggregate it, automate it, how to visualize it so that your employees can really make sense out of the data, and finally, how to monetize the data. Netflix would be a really good benchmark for you because they are the masters of data and the masters of prediction. And I know all of you are very interested in generative AI, and you should be. But you know, Gen AI is only as good as the data. And the data supply chain is a solid foundation for generative AI. Which leads me to my next example, which is a very aggressive financial services company from China, where I lived for many years. And this is called Ant Group. And they have a very interesting commercial small business loan product, which they call 310. The 3 stands for 3 minutes to fill out an online form to get a small business loan. The 1 stands for 1 second for several hundred algorithms to make a credit decision and pay out the money in the same second. The 0 stands for zero human intervention. And you know why they can do this? The only reason they can do this is they're using 65% of all the data for that credit decision from their business partners. They've built a business partner environment where they really enrich their own data. Only 35% of a credit decision of this financial services company is internal data. Now, you might not have been as aggressive at Ant Group in terms of 310, but I think if you would adopt this kind of thinking and think about what kind of business partner ecosystem you can build, you can probably innovate in a lot of areas in product development. Which leads me to my next idea here, which I even consider almost kind of a new insurance product. Just think about, I call it digital twin. Think about this, all those IoT, Internet of Things sensors out there, right? All those cameras, all these real-time data streams that we can access. What would it mean if you could use all of this, build a digital twin of your corporate customers in those areas that are really relevant for your insurance? What kind of scenario analysis, what kind of new products and services could you build? If BMW, together with NVIDIA, can build a digital twin of a BMW assembly line, you can do this with a partner for your corporate clients and come up with a lot of new products and services that those corporate customers would really appreciate. So think about it. If you think this is too ambitious, no. As I said, I lived for a long time in Asia. I've worked there with a financial service organization that even took that a step further. They wanted to build a digital twin of an entire city with the objective to ensure every household and corporation in that city. Maybe a big objective, but they're going for that. And that takes me to my last idea here, which is all about talent. And like in consumers or customers, we see now a new generation of customers like Gen Z millennials. We see the same generation becoming employees. But the challenge is that this new generation of employees, they have very different expectations on their workplace, right? So what we see from leading innovators in the talent space like Google, Airbnb, and McDonald's is that they provide their employees with a simulated environment, almost a digital twin of your own operation that provides a safe environment for the employees to get trained, to experiment, to try things out. And then on top of that, they put gamification on it so that these employees keep engaging like they do on their social media channels. A good example would be something that I do with many of my banking clients when it comes to commercial banking. Relationship managers, we create mobile apps that are games where on the way to the office in the subway, they can play a game where they learn about the latest commercial banking products, how to analyze a corporate customer, how to engage with the customer. And really, I think this is really important because everything else that I told you, if you not find talent, who is going to do all the innovative things that you need to be safe in the future of insurance? And this is a hard question. Think about it. Why should somebody who is a real talent that could get a job at an innovative company like Microsoft and Google should join your insurance company? Tough questions. There's good answers, but you will need this kind of background. So I hope I have shown you some 6 examples of innovations, from different industry players that you can use or maybe adopt or customize for your own operation. There's lots of different opportunities across all the value chain that we see in insurance. So my advice to you would be really go out, find those leading innovators, use them as a benchmark for your own operation and improvement. With that, I hope you make your mark in the future of insurance, and I thank you for your attention. Thank you.